Verstappen goes around the outside of Lewis Hamilton. Has Verstappen got ahead by the time they get to the next corner? They touch the Mercedes of Hamilton and the Red Bull of Verstappen. Now this is what happened. Verstappen's ahead going into turn one. Hamilton now ahead going into there. Who's at fault?
He left me no space.
Charles Leclerc currently second and earning 14 points. Sergio Perez currently third and earning 12 points, which would rule him out of championship contention and keep Charles Leclerc in it. Max Verstappen has taken the checkered flag to win the Japanese Grand Prix. Meanwhile, Perez tries to get him on the outside of the final corner. Leclerc comes home to take second place.
It seems Charles got a 5-second penalty for going through the chicane. Max, I think it's maybe have changed for you. World champion.
What can I say? Incredible, of course.
He wasn't sure. We certainly weren't sure. Because the race resumed after a red flag, full points could be awarded. Leclerc leads, Carlos Sainz pulls out to the inside and overtakes Max Verstappen, and it's a Ferrari 1-2. And will Verstappen now be passed by his teammate Sergio Perez? Yes, he has been, and he's been passed by Hamilton, and he's been passed by Russell. And this, for the world champion, is certainly not the start he was anticipating. From all the highs in Abu Dhabi to the lows in Bahrain, Perez has been spun round. Sergio Perez has lost it on turn two. And Red Bull, who were looking at a decent points finish here in the last couple of laps, have not only retired from the race, but seen their other driver tumble out of the points. Sergio Perez, nothing he could do about it whatsoever. This is incredible. And Almighty compromise now as Fernando Alonso goes off the track. That's a high-speed crash, and he's made contact with Lance Stroll in the Aston Martin. And I hope that Fernando Alonso and Lance Stroll are both okay, but that was a very heavy crash. Lance Stroll moves to the left to try and block Fernando Alonso, to try and stop the pass. That's when the contact is made.
I crashed.
Okay, Lance, you okay?
Yeah, I'm fine.
Carlos Sainz is going to pit. Is the track dry enough for Carlos Sainz to pit, come out on the dry tyres?
You've got to put dries on it, surely. That's the only way to go for him now.
It is. That's Leclerc. They're double stacking down at Ferrari. Charles Leclerc, who was leading this race comfortably, came in for intermediate tyres and has had to make a second pit stop. Leclerc is not happy about that pit stop.
Yeah, Sainz is ahead of him. Sainz is ahead of him. They're telling him to stay out, but it obviously was already in the pit lane. He's now lost the lead of the Grand Prix.
It's Perez in the Principality. He wins the Monaco Grand Prix.
And P4?
No words. No words. Aye, aye, aye. Season is long, but we cannot do that. We cannot do that.
Carlos Sainz is a long way clear. Behind him comes Fernando Alonso, and behind Fernando Alonso, it's his old teammate Lewis Hamilton, and they make contact! Hamilton rises up into the air, he's made contact with Fernando Alonso.
It is if Lewis comes in and pinches him a little bit.
For Lewis Hamilton, major disappointment.
It's Leclerc.
Charles Leclerc! Charles Leclerc is out of the race! And for the third time this season, Charles Leclerc, when leading a race, won't go on to finish it.
So unfortunate, especially when you've got that grippy runoff here as well. The blue and red painted kind of stripes in the track is extra grip to try and protect you from doing it.
Are you okay?
I cannot put throttle. No!
Sainz gets away well, as does Lando Norris, as does Lewis Hamilton, and at the back that's George Russell out of this race. And the red flag has now come out to make racing redundant.
George Russell running over to see if he can help.
I think it's Zhou Guan Yu who's also involved with this.
We're only seeing these replays, but now we know that he's okay.
There's the initial contact. That's where the car then is upside down onto the gravel, and then it flips and tries to right itself, and as it does so, that's by the barriers, and then it goes over the tyre barrier and into the catch fencing. So he was actually, Martin, upside down, as you can see, and the halo very much doing its job before the car digs in, and you do not ever want to see accidents like that. And is it Gasly that makes the contact?
Yeah.
Sebastian Vettel goes into the back of Alex Albon.
The other good news in that incident is when it hit the catch fencing, which is there to protect the fans, of course, it went floor side into it and not halo and headrest side into it.